Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. So today, as you can see, we're on Mickey's account and he has over 1 million diamonds. That is right. We are north of 1 million diamonds. There are so many summons on this account. I don't even know where to take it because there is an absolute insane amount of diamonds on here. And of course, we want to give a big shout out to his guild over here, which of course is the Abandoned Angels Guild. He said he's been in here for a multitude of years, but looking at the Noble Tavern, we have, again, over 1 million diamonds, 835 of our faction scrolls, 2,580 of our common scrolls, over 12,000 companion points, which is absolutely crazy. Stargazer, we have almost 2,400 Stargazer scrolls. In addition to those diamonds that we got, Temple of Time, we're at 2,630 Temple of Time cards. Now you wonder how players go ahead and save all these. This account is free to play. Now I know Mickey's alt accounts, we have seen them before. It is absolutely free to play, sitting on 1 million plus diamonds, which is crazy. So let's get in and see exactly what we do have built in here. So you can see it is kind of the basic heroes that we have out of here. I want to run through and see, guys, when you save up $1 million, when you save up 2,400 scrolls, it's going to be a long time when you're missing a majority of your meta heroes. Now, we do have Ivan kind of built out right there. We see Liberta up here. We have Alna out. Then we, of course, have Lucilla. You can see we have Eugene already built out. So a couple of heroes that we really, really want to prioritize looking at Lucilla. I'm thinking about Lavatoon, a couple other heroes. Now, of course, when we go in here, we are going to start, and it looks like you did pick up some Draconic heroes, but we are going to start, and we're going to start with the regular summons. Now, the reason behind this is, when it comes to the regular summons, we have the ability to pull Celestials. We have the ability to pull Hypos. We also have the ability to pull those Awakened Heroes. So if we pull them naturally with our scrolls, then we can save Stargazer emblems, and we can also save Temple of Time cards or the Time emblems out of there because we have the summon. So let's go ahead. Let's get in here. First of all, I'm going to set the wish list. So looking in here, you can see he's got the first top 5 already covered. Majority of these are already looking at 5 stars, which is kind of crazy. We know we're getting a new light bearer now. Adrian Elise is in there as well. You can see Salakai, we already have it built out. We already have most of the heroes pretty well built out. Villanelle is in here, which I don't think we have any copies of Villanelle. Even looking here at our Wilders, we do have 2 new Wilders in here. Tamarisk is in here as well. So absolutely going to get a lot of copies. And then, of course, looking at our Greyborn heroes, which are the absolute priority. I feel like once we start getting these built up to 5 stars with all the food we're going to get, we're going to have to start recycling and continue going through here. And we know that this is going to have to be multiple videos. If not, this is probably going to be a 2-hour video if you want to sit and watch the summons. But let's go ahead and get in this. And I'm going to start with the companion points. Again, thinking of the heroes that we can pull within here. That way we're not pulling out and picking out the wish list. And I'm wondering what we're going to pull in here, guys. So any of our elite heroes, any of the Celestials and the Hypos, but really we are looking at the Awakened heroes, and that is really the big priority out of here. When it comes to the summons, I mean, we have 12,000 companion points. When you think of how many you do get on a regular basis, that's incredible. That is incredible to have 12,000 of those already. Even looking at all of these rare pulls that we're pulling, doesn't look like streamer luck at this point, but it will kick in. It always does when it comes to the pulls. And I'm wondering if they know how many we got in here. We haven't even seen an elite yet. Are we going to get shut out for everything with our companion points? Which, there we go. Very first elite gives us Mortis. So right off the bat, we do start it with a Hypo. Very, very nice. We pull Mortis out of the first elite pull that we see. Can we get the streak going in here? And again, rare heroes, we are going to have so much food. I know last time we did this, there was a crazy amount of food, which there is a copy of Kayleen, that it was just impressive. It was very, very crazy with the amount of food that we had in here. And guys, I think it's been about, I was trying to remember back, there's another elite, which is Edwin. It's probably been at least a year, maybe 2, since we've done viewer summons. It has been a long time since we have actually knocked out viewer summons. It's probably been a couple years at this point. All right, so we're 9,800 left. So we've seen a couple elites. We did get 1 Hypo at this point. Come on, where is our glow? Where is the Awakened Heroes going to be out of here? I'm almost wondering if I should go pop the stones in just a minute as well and see what we pull, because I'm pretty sure Mickey's going to be sitting on all of the max out stoned as well, or all those max out stones as well, and we'll see who we get out of there. Look at this. With the rates, we are not getting too lucky with what we have going on here. I mean, we've only seen 3 elites at this point. There is number 4, which gives us a copy of Orin. Orin had a lot of utility once upon a time. Now it seems like I'm slowly fading out of the Nightmare Corridor where he was being used. But of course, as a really good substitute, still being worked in there. So we're almost 4,000 companion points in at this point, which is kind of crazy. I'm wondering what our odds are going to end up in this, and if our common scrolls are going to give us a lot more pulls. Come on, fingers crossed. Waiting to see that light up. Better at least get one. Guys, if we don't get one of these awakened heroes out of 12,000 companion points, that will be kind of crazy when you think mathematically of where we're at for this. And there we go. Boom, we got one. It is a copy of Eugene. So that is number 1. So we got 2 hypos, 1 awakened at this point. It is a copy of Eugene. Now, Eugene, of course, is the one you're going to be buying all of the copies out of the guild shop. We know that is going to literally have copies in there forever. There's another copy of Mortis. I'm wondering if that is going to add another star in there. Look at the food. Wow, you talk about some elite and some elite plus heroes, guys. That is a ton of food. That does add another star in there. Now, of course, Mortis still doing pretty well as a buffer. A lot of players do run Mortis. So we used 5,000. So 5,000 companion points did give us an awakened hero. And of course, it did give us quite a few of our elite heroes, but most of it was food. There's another elite, and there is Trishia. So we get an unlock in there. I'm going to go ahead and pop it for 100 diamonds. There is an unlock of Trishia. Now, again, another hero that we've seen a lot, and there we go. We're 2 for 2 in here. Getting a little bit luckier with our pulls. Come on, we've seen 1 awakened hero. I want to pull at least 1 more. I mean, if we were 7,000 in the first one, should be 7 in the second one. And there is Villanelle. Now, Villanelle is a hero that a lot of players do underestimate. Do not sit on Villanelle. You want to build her out. You want to make sure that you do have her, which there's another one, another copy of Edwin. That's already 2 copies for Edwin. Villanelle, though, utility in a lot of different game modes. Even with that awakened version of Shamiro, we are seeing a lot of utility with the hero. Definitely want to pull Villanelle. All right, so there we got a copy of Braun. Now, Braun's another one. A lot of players were saying early game carry. Braun is crazy. There is Sonya as well. I unfortunately haven't got lucky to pull Braun early game on the free-to-play account. Unfortunately, we had to settle for who we're running, and it is, of course, Lady Simona. We are running Lady Simona in that game mode. All right, 4,700 left. Can we see 1 more Glowing Awaken? And it's good that we pulled Eugene, but ultimately we're saving a significant amount of guild coins, building them out a little bit faster. And also with Eugene, he does have utility. He is a hero that is still being used in a few different places of AFK Arena. There's a copy of, that's already 3 of Edwin at this point. Come on, we got to get lucky with this. 3,900, another elite right there, which is Adrian and Elise. So the dancers do show up in there. And it seems like we are pulling some of the newer elite heroes in here. 3,700 left. Come on, 1 more, maybe 2 more. I would love to see 2 more. And I know since we have the higher rates for the Stargazer in the Temple of Time, I'm hoping it's going to make a big difference in there. There's a copy of Jerome. Jerome's another one, guys. Top tier, absolutely. Another copy of Anastar right there. When it comes to Jerome as a buffer, very, very strong. Very similar to Palmer, which is, again, super, super effective. There is Villanelle again. That's already double copies. 2,500 left. Let's see. Can we pull another one? There is a star. So we've only got 1 hypo and then 1 awakened hypo. Come on, 2,300 left. There's another pull of Brawn, so that is double copies of Brawn. 2,000 left, and again, we are maxed out for the Ascension. I'm wondering star-wise. Because yeah, I know this game mode, again, is a little bit of RNG in there. But even kind of breaking down these down. Sonya we did build out last time. Sonya's pretty well maxed out in there. But looking in here, we do have another copy for Anasta. Now, of course, Anasta, crazy utility when she was used with the Awakened version of Brutus. Unfortunately, at this point, not a ton of utility. A star goes to 5 stars. And then, of course, right there, Kayleen picks up another star. I don't think we have anything for anyone else. And I believe we built Vithiel. If I remember last time, I believe we did build Vithiel as well. All right, 2,100 left. Can we pull another Awakened, which is... There's a copy of Edwin. That is 4 copies of Edwin at this point. All right, are we just going to see one? Are we going to see our shiny gold? Come on, 1,500 left. Then again, we're going to hop in. I want to do the stones. We'll pop open all the stones, see what we pull out of there. Hopefully some good copies. Another elite down to 1,100, and that gives us Vika. Now again, Vika is one that we are seeing in the Nightmare Corridor used quite a bit. Also possibly popping up in some Treasure Scramble. Again, making a little bit of a difference when it comes to game modes. 700 left, guys. We're at the end of the companion point summons. Come on, can we get it? 400 left. Yeah, the rates are not here today for the companion points. The final pull, could it be one? It is an elite at least, and it is Trishia. Again, that's 2 copies of Trishia that we did pull out of there. Now, of course, let's pop open. Look at this, guys. We have so many diamonds in here, so many resources, and all of the stones are maxed. Let's start with the Superb. Now, 66 Superb stones. Wow. You talk about Mickey saving some absolute crazy stuff. Can we get some Awakens out of here? Boom. What do we get? All right, so there is Olgath. Now, again, Olgath seeing a little bit of utility, but did we pull any Awakened heroes? Let's go back. Who did we get? There is Vikas as well. Again, a hero, not really much utility for Vikas. We got the Awakened version of Antandra, so there is an Awakened hero. Very nice. Then, of course, we'll build out the story and everything later. But who else did we get? There's Aethys. Again, another unlock in there. The Awakened version of Sophia. Very nice. Again, we'll pick up some more diamonds. So who did we get? Let's run this down. So there's the Awakened version of Athalia. Look at this. So we got double Athalia. We got Sophia. We got double Antandra in there. And down here, we got Aziz. We got Zekas. We did get another copy right there of the original version of Taylene. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Awakened heroes out of that pull. And look at everyone else we have in here. Crazy. Crazy with the heroes. Now 66 elite stones here. Boom. What do we get here? We got Kanisa and Rook sitting up here. Look at this. Another copy of Taylene. We did get our celestial hero. We did get a meatball right there. We got another copy of Ivan. That's crazy. I'm going to leave the rare stones. Now, of course, honorable. What do we got? Oh, pick a hero. Collect 60 stones from all awakened celestials. Following elites refresh. Does this just literally give me one? Let's try one. Not enough. Sent to the mailbox. Who did they send to the mailbox? It is. There we go. It's Trishia again. And that gives us triple copies of Athalia in there. Wow. Look at the stars, guys. That is insane. We're going to have to, I mean, we're adding multitude of stars across the board, finishing out Hendrik up to 5 stars, even getting a few more stars on Palmer and a couple other ones. Yeah, we're going to have so many more. Even looking at Jerome, we'll literally just pick up. We have so much food. This is going to take a long time. And I want to clean up some of these because I think, again, I thought Mickey was doing what we did before, is just literally picking up the food. But I don't want to keep pulling copies and getting them past 5 stars. So that is Mythic Plus. Now here again, we just leveled up Anasa. We got double copies of Antandra. Put all of these heroes with the pulls. Now, of course, if we have anyone over the 5 stars, we are just going to recycle. And it was actually really good because when we had Thisu, this was actually a hero that was very, very broken. And a lot of players were actually running Thisu in a lot of the content. But unfortunately, again, with power creep, not seeing the hero any longer. And I feel like even looking at a few other ones, yeah, I mean, we have multiple copies of Almas. We have multiple copies of everybody. Even looking at Aethys, even looking at some of the heroes that we kind of unlocked. Got one right there. Trishia is another one. We'll go ahead. We'll pick up double copies of Ogi, which again, we could go in here. We could probably use a lot of these because I know all these heroes are built to 5 stars. That's the reason why they're popping up where they are, and we're not adding more stars on there. Of course, we have a little bit of food. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have everybody on this account. This is going to be kind of crazy. Even here, heroes like Isolde. Isolde used to be absolute priority when it came to a hero that if you let him scale a little bit, you couldn't kill ever. And a lot of players were also hoping, and myself as well, is getting the Awakened version of Grez. You talk about a hero that would be an absolute 110% must build for me. I know a lot of players want Isabella, but if they did and built out the Awakened version of Grizel, yeah, I would go ahead and build it like Antandra. I would put everything in there. Now, of course, we are going to get a Wilder, and we are also going to get another Greyborn hero. So we know what is coming down the pipeline. Again, I'm just going to use some of these bonus copies. Because the other ones you can recycle, you can use some food. There's a couple different things you can do with them. So we have one more food in here. And let's see what we got for the rest of these heroes. All right, so in here we got Taylene. So we'll throw another star in there. Of course, the original version of Taylene had a crazy amount of utility, but that double pull gives us a legendary copy right there. And then, of course, we have one extra copy of More Real. Who do we pick up for the hypos? We got Kanice and Rook. And again, I remember Kanice and Rook was one of the very, very big heroes that we were building up. But I think that is all of our stones in here. Yeah, that is all of the stones. Now, of course, we do have a couple of chests. I'm going to leave those. And we built up Baden. I think I think the last time we did summons in here was when we had Baden. I believe it was when we had Baden, which again is kind of crazy to think that it was that long ago when we did these pulls. Now I'm wondering in here, look at the stones. That's what I was worried about. I didn't know at what point were the stones in the bags just recycling. I wanted to make sure that we kind of moved him out of here because I know he's been waiting for a little bit to do the summons. No Celestials or Hypos on that one, but again, feel like that's going to give us a lot more copies. Yeah, that takes Brutus. That takes some of the other heroes adding some stars on there. There's Alero. And I'm thinking kind of big picture. There's another one for Theowen. Let's go in and do the common scroll summons. Again, since we got really lucky with the stone, since we got really lucky, I want to save the Stargazer. I want to save the Temple of Time because, of course, those are going to make a really, really big difference. Let's drop out Sonya. Who do we got in here? We have Walker, which I think we just didn't build Walker. Let's see. Who else do we have at 3 stars? So 3. Let's drop Peggy in here. Because, again, I think we have the copies of Walker, but I don't think we built Walker. Even looking here, guys, almost everybody's built out. Same with Verk. We have the copies of Verk, but I know we didn't build out Verk. Let's drop 3 Thisu in there. Looking at Peanut, we have who? Yeah, look at that. 5, 5, 5. 5 across the board. 5, we have Oku. We're almost at the point, guys, that these are going to be maxed out. Now, remember, these scrolls do have the ability to pick up the Awakened Heroes as well. And then we're going to be seeing the elite hero every at least minimum 3rd. There is a copy of Vika. We need some more awakens. We have seen now what 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've gotten 5, 6 awakens so far. There's Villanelle. And again, another hero you 100% want to be building is Villanelle in its entirety. There's a copy. Lady Simona. Lady Simona is another one. Utility-wise, Lady Simona is in a ton of AFK Arena content. There is Trishia. And I'm just kind of wondering how often and how fast is this going to be full? Because I'm almost thinking with the diamonds and with the scrolls, or excuse me, the diamonds and with the Stargazer, that we should save those diamonds for the Stargazer to build out the Celestials, the Hypos, but also building out the Awakened Heroes. I'm wondering how far we could build some of these Awakened Heroes in their entirety. That's double copies of Aethys right there. But I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious how far. And there is a double Villanelle and Trichia. Very nice double right there. And I think when we fill it out, we'll see who we max out to 5. We'll continue to recycle them. Because again, we're going to be at the point where we're going to have to put legendary heroes in here. Just because 5 stars are going to be stacked up on everybody. Come on, another double right there. Now, Guineas is one that I do like. When it comes to tower progression, Guineas is one hero with the shells and the cannon and everything else. I do like Guineas. I like Guineas's design. There, of course, is Lady Simona again. Might have to just burn through and use some of these resources. Another double. Got who? Adrian Elise and Guineas again. Where is the Awakened Hero summons? Now, was that full or did it just skip? All right, copy of Thisu. Thisu is another one. We need what? I think 3 more stars on there, and that will take Thisu to 5 stars. 2,200 scrolls left. There we go. There's another copy of Jerome. I am incredibly impressed with the fortitude to not spend any of these scrolls from Mickey. It's kind of insane. There's another copy of Jerome. Maximum slots. We knew that was coming. All right, so what do we got? It's more for Iran. Looks like a few of these heroes. Yeah, we're building up a couple more of these. And of course, Jerome. That gave us enough copies of Jerome. We literally built Jerome in his entirety all the way up to Ascended right now. We literally built that all out. Now, Guineas the same. I don't think we have any copies of Guineas. And the same with Adrian Elise. We don't have any copies. And remember, guys, we still have maxed max stones in here. So again, looking at Verk, looking at Vika. I wonder if, did we ever build out? I'm wondering if we built out Tiny Tank. I don't think we did. There is Vika. I'm wondering, I'm not seeing any copies of Tiny Tank. Yeah, Naruko. When it comes to priority heroes, guys, Naruko, huge. Villanelle, another one, absolutely huge. You could probably even use some of... I can figure it out later exactly what we're going to use. Now, we have Crescio down here. And again, looking at these heroes that are up to the 5 stars, already kind of built out in their entirety. The copy there of Orin. Now, Orin is almost maxed out. Now, we also do have Aethys in there because we pulled some more. There's Trichia. We are building them out fast. I think Tamris was another one that we didn't build out Tamris yet. And Lady, right here, Lady Simona. I think Lady Simona and also Bron. And I'm doing this because we know legendary wise, legendary plus wise, when we start getting a lot more copies of them, we still have a ton of food. We still have a ton of food. And look at all of these max heroes we have out of here. Make a little bit more room. 2,100 left. And a double right off the bat. Thisu and Edwin again. I'm not sure if we built out Edwin. We've actually been picking up a lot of copies of Edwin at this point. Come on, I want to see a quad. I would love to see there's another copy of Aethys. I'd love to see a triple. I would love to see 4 just because of the simple rarity of it all. Oh, there is another copy of Villanelle. No Awakened Heroes yet. Little bit disappointed with the Celestials and the Hypos and drops. Another copy of Oku. Now, I believe Oku was already at 3 copies. Come on, there's another one. So that, I think, takes him to, I think it was 3 stars, or maybe that takes him to 3 stars. Another double. So we're getting pretty lucky with doubles. There's Naruko, there's Guineas. And look at that, back-to-back doubles, guys. There's Jerome and Oku. That is 4 elite heroes in 2 pulls. Broke our 2,000 mark. Another copy of Crescio. And again, I think we had 4. And there we go, guys. There's Entendre again. That is 3 copies already of Entendre. So we got 2 of Athalia, 3 of Entendre. Awesome. That is awesome. Another copy right there of Edwin. We might have to pause and go build out some of these copies. There's Iran again. Now, of course, he just went to 3 stars. Come on, where are these awakened? There we go, double right there. Kayleen and Tamaris. Now, Tamaris is another one, again, we haven't built out yet. And I wonder if there's a point where there's Naruko that we would do kind of like a mass summons all at once, where instead of using 10 scrolls, I wonder if there'd be a point where they'd let us use like 100 scrolls at a time. That would be kind of crazy because, of course, this takes an incredible amount of time to get through here. There's a copy of Ivan. Now, he is almost to 5 stars. He was one that we did build out before. Copy of Villanelle. Villanelle definitely getting built out. 1,800 scrolls, so another 200 gone. There we go. There's Melkery. So not there. And another one. We got Shamira. All right. So that is our 3rd awakened hero. There is Shamira. And that wasn't the unlock. So we already had to have 1 copy at least of the awakened version of Shamira. There's another copy of Jerome. Boom. We are full again. And look at the resources, guys. It's just kind of silly how many resources that we are going to have in here. Yeah, Oku was at 2 stars. All right, so we got 1. There takes Jerome to 1 star. Takes Jerome to 2 stars again as a hero. Absolutely want to build him out. Looking here, Thisu, and then of course we have that awakened version of Entendre. Yeah, that is already triple copies we pulled of her. Then, of course, those just need food. Crescio, we have 4, so that's 4 and 1 star right there. Let's pull out. Let's do 1 more of these. Now, of course, we have Villanelle in here. Make sure we use the right heroes, because I know Ty Lee was already maxed out. Let's do Naruko. I love Tiny Tank. And again, we could use some other heroes as food, but of course, we're not going to use these heroes. We could use Verk for food if we really wanted to, but there's Vika, there's Villanelle, so let's grab 1 copy, making sure we have another one. There's Satrana, there's the original version of Sophia. There we go. I think this will take Tiny Tank up because I thought we had enough copies, which we do, double copies right there. Gonna have to do with Vika's, gonna have to do the same with a couple other heroes. Of course, Oku, getting close to being maxed out. Tower, he works well. When you think of the Wilder Tower, yep, Wilder Tower, he does work well. There we go. Gonna have to get Aethys. Aethys is gonna be the #1 priority in there. Just gonna need a lot more food with all of these summons. We got a lot of food. 8 cards on the table, guys. We still have 1,700 scrolls. This is insane. All right, there's Oren again. Again, I think he's almost maxed out now. Copy of Edwin again. He's another one. Have to throw some food on there. We'll be able to put a couple stars on him. Another double right there. We got Tamaris and Peggy again. That might be a star for Peggy. And of course, guys, tower-wise, Peggy does decent. Kayleen does decent. Just a little bit more expensive to build out. There's Oku again. And I'm almost thinking the Wilders at this point might be done. If we see 1 more Oku, so there's a copy of Ivan. That'll add another star in there. But I think we're pretty well done with some of these factions. And it's crazy because my thought is if we were going through, and there's Tiny Tank and Trichia, is if we were going through and using these summons on a regular basis, we would have all these heroes built. For what Mickey does on these accounts, we would have all of these heroes built with all of the resources, everything that he has saved. Absolutely. Absolutely, we would have all of these built. And even then, guys, we have 835 faction scrolls. And I'm hoping there's going to come a point of AFK Arena where faction scrolls have utility, where faction scrolls can pull awakened heroes. As of right now, we know that is not the case. There is Crescio and another double right there. There is Aethys and Tricia, so double Wilders. Broke the 1500 mark, so 1450 left. Come on, where's another Awakened? There's Ivan again. I think he's down to is needing one copy, and boom, there we go. The original version of Tailene. So that is number 3 that we have pulled out of here. So pretty good luck on that one. But thinking Celestial Hypo wise, yeah, not very prevalent. We've seen Valkyrie. There's a copy of Palmer. A double right there. Now that we're talking about it, maybe we'll see it. Nope, double Mauler. I think we've seen what, Valkyrie? I think Valkyrie was the only one that we've seen, which again is kind of crazy to think. Yeah, and look at all of those copies. Again, let's go ahead and use these. So Peggy. Our Elite Plus are crazy. We have a crazy, crazy amount of Elite Plus heroes. There we go. There's the engraving. I want to make sure that, again, we're not taking these heroes past those 5 stars, because even Tricia, we picked up 2 copies in there. I'm thinking, did we not build out Oku? Do we still need? Or is he already maxed? Didn't think we built him out maxed. Where is? So there's a copy. No, Oku has 4 stars. I was going to say, I knew he was close. Which again, we don't have anyone maxed. 1370 left. And another double. Boom. Naruko and Edwin. Naruko is going to go to 5 stars. Edwin, I think, is going to be very, very close. And another double. Same spot. Homer and Tamaris in that one. Where's the Celestials? There's Kayleen again. And the Hypo heroes. They are totally eluding us. 1,200 left. We're about 1,000 summons in. There's Iran. And I think that we might need one more copy. One more copy, and that would max out Iran. So 1, 2, 3. Single elite. It is another copy of Vika. Like I was saying earlier, Vika definitely going to be used for some of the content. Another copy of Kayleen. Come on, where's Lucio? Where's all the Celestials and Hypos? 1,200 left. There's another elite, which gives us Tiny Tank again. We've gotten a couple Awakens, which I'm good with, but a little disappointed in 1,000 scrolls to get Valkyrie. There's another Edwin. Let's see where we have Edwin built. I feel like some of these heroes we're going to have to check out. There's Peggy. I think Peggy needed 1 to max out Peggy. Then again, we're just going to be swapping it out for some poor light bearers. There's Aethys again. When you talk about a true tank, as Aethys can face tank just about everything. Now, Tricia's already at 2 stars. There we go, guys. Another copy. That is 2 copies of Tailene. So we got some Athalia, we got some Tailene, we got some Antandra. We're doing pretty well for the Awakens. Which there's a copy of Bran. Forgot he was even in the wish list because we've only seen, I think, 1 copy of him so far. Adrian Elise, that's only, I think, the 2nd or 3rd copy we've seen. Now, of course, Lady Simona. Look at this bottom left, guys. Vika, that's 3 for 3 in that bottom left. All right, resources are getting there, and I feel like a lot of these elite heroes are we're just maxing them out. We're absolutely starting to get a lot of these, and it looks like Tailene is going to be able to get a little bit of a build. So that is 4 on there. Naruko takes another one. Now, of course, Vika, what do we got? 1, we got 2 of Vika. We got 2 of Villanelle, so definitely need some more copies in there. Now, Aethys is another one. What do we got for Aethys? We got 2 more right there, 2 more right there. That takes him to Ascended. And Tamaris, we got double copies, which will take him to Ascended. Then, of course, we have Lady Simona, we have Braun, we have a couple more. Not enough to get him to Ascended, but that is 4 stars on there. Aileen, we've seen quite a few, but I don't think that takes any of them up to 5 stars at this point. Even looking, let's take Edwin up, because you know what? We got a lot of copies of Edwin. So let me hop and see, because here we have a couple. I know Oden, I know Grez is maxed out. Yeah, between this and the stones, I mean, we can build up anyone that we need to. I'm kind of questioning. See, we only got 3. Only have 3. Oh, to take him to Ascended. That's right. We need double copies. There we go. So he gets Ascended. Throw a star on there. And then, of course, looking at our Celestials. Boom. There's our double pulls that we got of Tailene. So takes Tailene to Legendary. Effectiveness in the towers, definitely there. 1,000 left, guys. And look at that. An elite right off the bat, which is Braun again. 1,000 scrolls. Adrian and Elise. Come on, one more elite, which is Trishia. We want to pull 2 more. I want to see 2 more. There is Vika. I want to see 2 more Awakened Heroes and 1,000 scrolls. And again, mathematically thinking of where we're at, 2 more would be ideal. Another copy of Crescia. Now, again, he's not going to go to 5 stars, but they are getting close. Ivan, Oku, a couple of them definitely getting close. Pulling there's Tamaris. And I'm almost thinking that I might save the faction scrolls for the new hero. Because we know we are getting the new Lightbearer that is going to be coming on Tuesday. And I'm almost wondering if we spent 835 scrolls on Lightbearers, how many copies we could pull out of there. That might be a good idea. Because again, I know, and there's Kanisa and Rook. Finally, another hypo. But I'm thinking Tuesday, we'll wait. We'll wait and see what we can get out of those scrolls. Because ultimately, when we're pulling him out of there, we are going to have a lot of summons. And of course, it's going to be a lot of duplicate heroes because we've maxed out a ton of the regular faction heroes. Still looking for 2 more Awakens, guys. Come on in here. Boom, there's another copy of Crescio. I think Celestial and Hypo-wise, yeah, definitely a little disappointed. I'm wondering if they nerfed the rates with common scrolls when they added it to the Stargazer. I'm almost wondering. So there's Villanelle. Double right in the middle. Villanelle and Aethys on that one. All right, 700 left. We need 2. We need 2 Awakened Heroes in here. Another copy of Crescio. Come on, I want to see the little glow. Yeah, so we're starting to get a lot more copies of heroes. Double copies right there of Crescio. I mean, we're getting them a lot closer to being maxed out. Even Tiny Tank, again, a pretty good build on there. Ratio, we have Aethys as well. Aethys, Tamaris, again, with a little bit of food, we can definitely build those out. Edwin still picking up some more copies. Edwin seems not stop. Even looking at Braun, we haven't seen too many. So 660 left in here. There's another copy of Palmer. Almost done. I think we need 1 more single copy of Palmer. I think we need 1 more of Ivan. Then, like I said earlier, I don't know exactly who we're going to be swapping these to. Because we have everyone built. We do almost have literally every single hero built on here. Even Edwin. We're getting so much Edwin love. It's kind of crazy. All right, another double right there. Again, we got Aethys and we got Naruko. We might naturally take Naruko up to 5 stars as we continue to pull. There's Thisu. And I think 1 more copy of Thisu and we would be there as well. Boom, copy of Peggy. I think that maxes out Peggy. There we go. Yeah, let's swap that one out because, again, I think that maxes out Peggy. Which it does. There's Peggy. Thisu, another one very close. And of course, the rest of these we're absolutely going to have to swap. So we'll swap out Peggy. Thisu's another one really close. Still got a pretty good build on Thisu. Rest of these, of course, Braun and everyone else we're going to have to build. Going to have to get some more food in there. Even Lady Simona, we have enough food for them, which I know. Let's swap Peggy out of here. And again, I mean, we have Walker. we have Oscar. We have Rigby. That's it. You know what? Let me drop Rigby in there. 500 left, guys. We are almost there. Come on, I still want to see 2. Still looking for 2. There's Rigby. Rigby wants to show his chubby little Santa Claus face. We pull a very quick copy of Rigby out of there. There is Guineas again. Come on, there's Ivan. I think we need one more copy of Ivan, one more copy of Palmer. I think that's our halfway point. Boom, another elite, which is Vika. We're pulling a lot of back-to-back. There's Iran, and I think he's another one. And a double right there. We got Naruko again and Thisu. And there is Crescio. Again, I think Crescio's got to be pretty close. Crescio and Aethys again. I feel like we're pulling the same heroes, guys. I don't know what you're feeling here. But I think we are pulling a lot. There's Palmer. Let me pull one more elite and then we'll check to see where we're at. Because there is Aethys again. 22 cards on the table. But I'm thinking with Palmer, did we get Palmer and Ivan? That's what I thought with that last pull that we just picked up with Palmer. That was going to be the last one. There's 5 stars. Then, of course, Rigby. Got some copies of Adrian and Elise in there. Naruko's almost done. Tiny Tank needs, what? I think 2 more copies. Yeah, Orin is done. And I think Ivan is done as well. This is crazy in the wish list. Boom. Dropping that out again. We have Walker. I'm going to put Oscar in there. I'm even looking down here. We have Orin. We're dropping out 5 stars. Everyone is 5 stars. Gonna have to drop in one of our legendary heroes. And of course, drop this one out. We have 3 stars, 3 stars. Let's go for Hodgkin. 320 left. All right, still looking for 2, guys. Not 2 doubles, double Kayleen. And I think that might have been that it for Kayleen. I was almost thinking that might be, and I'm trying to take inventory of these heroes in my head. Yeah, that takes Kayleen to 5 stars. Again, swapping Kayleen. We'll throw just whoever in there at this point. 290 left. As we're almost 2,000 scrolls in. There's Thisu. And I think that might be... Oh, that might be another one. I'm going to say, I think that might be the 5th for Thisu. Which it is. That's okay. I think Maulers, we still have some to build. I'm okay with the Maulers. Again, looking 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're 1 shy of getting Crescio built as well. Boom, we'll drop that one out. We have Inoki. Again, I know we have Verk. We have more than enough copies of Verk. We'll throw Granite in there. Going back to the Hard Rock. $230 left. There's a copy of Jerome. We know he's not maxed out yet. Come on, 200 left. Want to see those Awakened Heroes. Where is the yellow? Another elite right there, which of course is Tamara's. 170 left. I'm going to be disappointed if these last 1,000 scrolls we don't get an Awakened Hero out of here. There's Vika. Another elite right there. Rigby again. I think one more copy and Rigby will be done as well. That is going to, again, max out the heroes. I mean, we're going to be maxed on everybody at this point. There's Rigby. Edwin. So Edwin's pretty close. Edwin again. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know the odds of how many copies of Edwin we have pulled. There's a copy of Oscar. 50 scrolls left, guys. Are we not going to see another Awakened Hero in here? Boom. Adrian and Elise. Pulling some more elites, which there is Hodgkin. The final two. And the final one. Boom. It's an elite, which is Naruko. Did we finish out Naruko? Did we get Naruko there? Which I think maybe we did. Rigby is done. Look at this. We just have literally a lineup of finished heroes again. We're going to be to the point we're going to have to make food for all these heroes. I'm going to build them up a little bit, but that drops out Rigby and Oku. Yeah, even Hodgkin and Edwin almost complete in their entirety. Wow. That is crazy, guys. Celestials and Hypos, yeah, really super lacking on there. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video for our massive summons. Again, I'm going to have to break this into a couple different sections because I know the videos are going to be super long. We are talking hours if I sat here and did it all at once. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.